Were high tonight as some Lexington neighbors address the potential developers of two different solar farms.
City leaders are on record opposing one project, and the second likely won't happen anytime soon. But if zoning ordinances are changed, we could see 1,200 acres of farmland be used for solar energy production one day. New at 11, WKYT's Grayson Passmore shows us the passionate pleas from neighbors looking to stop the projects.
Why do you want to do this here? If Silicon Ranch, why don't you find land elsewhere? Yeah, why do we need you here? I mean, seriously.
Two solar farms have been proposed around the Haley Road area off of Winchester Road. Silicon Ranch, a privately owned company out of Nashville, has an option to purchase close to 800 acres for a solar energy farm. That project would run adjacent to a 384-acre solar project proposed by East Kentucky Power Cooperative.
And then it interrupted all the agricultural production and the food supply which feeds the world. You can't eat solar panels or houses.
Silicon Ranch's proposal will go through the city's planning commission. Then the Urban County Council. EKPC is a public utility and needs approval through the state, which the city and those with Fayette Alliance have both filed petitions to halt.
Our biggest concern is that if we were to change our policies here in Fayette County to permit industrial scale solar development, we are threatening the integrity of the agricultural rural zone.
Brittany Rothmeyer worries about the loss of farmland and the precedent granting conditional use permits in an agricultural zone could set.
I support solar, but I wonder why here and why now.
Representatives from both companies said they're open to working with residents to address their concerns, but say these properties have good sun exposure and access to a substation.
This is being built to serve Kentucky residents and businesses.
In Lexington, Grayson Passmore, WKYT.
And another concern that residents had is what happens to the land when the solar farm is no longer operational. Well, company representatives say they can show neighbors their decommissioning plans, and they promise to leave the land better than they found it.